Sorry about the iPad in the background. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Buckle up because this is going to be a long one. Today I am doing a 3 looks, 1 palette with this NYX Ultimate Brights palette. So I still am not completely sure what looks I'm going to be creating, but yeah, I'm going to hop right into the first look, so I will see you in a second. So for the first look, I kind of went all out because I wanted to see really what this palette could do, and I'm super impressed. I got a full rainbow in my eye, so hopefully this will be the longest one to watch, and then we will go into the more simple ones after, but I really wanted to try something fun and different, so this is the first look that we're going to do. And I'm going to start by just taking this little e.l.f. brush and dipping into this shade that is closest to red in this palette and just tapping that on right here. Obviously, I cleaned a lot of stuff up, so this is gonna look messy at first, but you can already see how it came out, so I think it looks pretty good. Next, I'm going to use both of these like orangey colors and just mix them together and tap this on right next to the red. And this is the easiest part because I'm just getting the let's not break the palette before I get to finish the video. Mixing those together and getting those right in here next to the red. And this is the easiest part because we're just placing the colors on top. So next, obviously in the rainbow, is yellow, and I mixed both of these yellows together as well and just put that on right next to the orange. And again, we're just tapping these colors on to get as much pigment as we can out of them. Then we'll go back and clean everything up along with cutting the crease. Again, I mixed both of the green shades in here and I just tapped them on right next to the yellow. And next, I just used this one blue and I'm putting that right here next to the green. And then for this one, I'm mixing a little bit of this darker, but mostly the lighter one to start with. And then I'll darken it up after. And this I'm pulling all the way out past my eyebrow because we're really gonna be super dramatic. So I don't really do many tutorials like this yet. I do definitely plan on it, but if this one's a little bit, there's definitely hair on my brush. If this one's a little bit all over the place, it's because I don't really know how to explain these things the best, but I think for the start that looks pretty good. I'm just wiping my brush off so I can make sure they're all blended. That is looking pretty good to me so far. So next, I know I already have stuff all over me, but I'm just gonna put some Shape Tape on the back of my hand so I can cut out the first crease because we have 2 cut creases going on here, but we're gonna do this one first. And yeah, don't mind my lip. I literally, my lips are so dry and I've been horrible and I've been biting at them, so yeah, I have a scab. I'm just taking a flat brush and I'm just going to start to carve out my crease. And I'm gonna start low because I would rather keep bringing it up than have to go back and put more shadow on. I'm not worrying about too much about that front yet because we'll go in and do that last. Sorry if I'm not very talkative during this part. I just want to make sure I'm cutting this in the right place. And I like to do small sweeping motions. That gets kind of a better line for me. And with hooded, okay, just try that again. If you don't have hooded eyes, you probably won't have such a hard time cutting your crease, but I'm still learning, but this was one of my makeup resolutions, so I got to get going on this. I'm just starting slow on the back as well, making sure I'm not cutting too much color off, and it came out about here. It's hard to tell with all this makeup on already if this part is even. All right, and now I'm doing the same thing, but coming down from this direction. And again, I'm just taking this nice and slow. I don't know why this is so much harder to maneuver on this side. And if I notice that anything doesn't look right once I have other eyeshadows applied, I will just go in and continue to touch it up. This is not going to be a quick makeup look, so if you're looking for something a little bit faster, wait until my next look, and that one will be a little bit quicker. All right, for right now, I'm just gonna leave that where it is, just because I can't fully figure out exactly where that needs to land until I have some of this other eyeshadow on. I'm going to take this bright pink here, and I'm going to take this all along underneath this crease mostly, except for right here in the front. It's kind of going to start in here. But besides that, I'm going to take this all along the bottom. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit neat just so I don't have to go back in too much with concealer, because I don't want this to get too cakey. See how on this eye there is pink coming down here on the bottom? I'm not going to do that until I fill in all of the other eyeshadow on the top. I'm doing the exact same thing with color as I did on the top part. I'm starting with the red in the corner and just placing that right here. And next, I'm grabbing these two oranges, and this is just a tiny little, probably like a liner brush or just a little flat brush. And I'm putting these right next to the red. All right, so once we have that orange packed on there, again, both yellows, exact same thing we're doing on the top. So I'm just bringing those colors down right underneath of the colors that we have on the top of the eye. All right, so next is green, and again, I'm using these two greens and popping them right underneath here. This is very time consuming, but once you have one eye done, you kind of just know what to do on the other eye, so it doesn't take as long once you've already figured it out. And next, we're grabbing the blue, putting that right under that blue on the top. We're grabbing some of this purple and some of this purple and putting that on my lid, but not winging that color out. Not too much anyway, because we're gonna come back with that pink and make a nice sharp edge. The purple is the one color I'm noticing most out of all of them that definitely is a little bit more patchy, and I've had to build up a lot more in my other eye too. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're buying this palette. I'm going to use a little bit more concealer just to sharp out where I want that pink to be, so that I can make sure it's nice and bright. I'm not good at making sure things are even. So now I'm taking this small brush here, and I'm just going to place this pink right along the edge of that purple, and then we'll go in and sharpen up the edges and just blending that into the purple a tiny bit. And then I feel like I'm gonna just grab a little bit more purple just to put right here so we can make sure we have a straight line coming out in the end. And now finally I will take this wipe, just kind of clean up the edge. And also I use this to just clean up any spots on the top that are kind of overflowing. And yeah, as you can see, this purple looks kind of patchy. So what I'll do, just like I did on this eye, is just add some more. And you know, both of my eyes aren't shaped exactly the same, so they're not gonna look like identical, but they'll be pretty close. All right, so give me a break. All right, so I'm gonna call that pretty good. Obviously, I gotta clean up a little bit, but so what I'm going to do to save some time, I'm going to just line right along my lash line. I'm not gonna do a winged line or anything like that. I'm going to finish up the majority of my makeup, and then I will come back to do the lower lash line. All right, I'm back with some of my face to finish the lower lash line and Because this video is going to be so long, I can't just shut myself in a room and leave my son by himself the whole time. So I'm leaving my door open. I'm still going to be recording, but you might hear some noises in the background, some interruptions. It's just either my animals or my son. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for the lower lash line. And because this pink comes in here and comes in here, I am going to bring this in a little bit on both sides. So I'm going to use this pink and bring it in down here. And I'm also going to bring it in on this side as well. And I did line my lower waterline with white eyeliner. And then I think the only other thing I'm going to do for the lower lash line is take this blue and put that in the middle. So I'm not doing a full rainbow down here as well. I'm just blending these two colors together on the sides. And when I do my highlighter, I will highlight my inner corner as well as my brow bone. But that's about all I'm going to do for the lower lash line. So I will do the same thing on the other eye, finish up my face, and we'll be back with the completed first look. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I really like this. Obviously, it's not at all like a wearable everyday look, but I wanted to start off with something fun and crazy and just something that you can have a bunch of fun with, and you can put your own twist on it and do whatever you want. The next look is still going to be pretty colorful. It's still going to be a rainbowy eye, but there's not going to be the cut crease and all this drama to it. It's going to be a more simple rainbow eye. And then the last look, I will try to make a more wearable look out of this palette for the final look. So we're kind of going like tame, in the middle, and then extreme. My goodness, you guys, this video is taking forever, but I have the first eye on for our second easier rainbow look, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So again, using the same NYX palette, I just have this little fluffy like flat brush, and first I'm going into our red and I'm just putting that right in the inner corner, and I just want to bring this up above my crease a tiny bit, nothing crazy. And I'm using the same brush for my whole eye. I just keep cleaning it off and reusing it. And again, I'm using both of these oranges and just putting that right next to the red and bringing it right above my crease. And now I'm going to take these yellows and put that right next to the orange. Look it, you can do a rainbow look without having the James Charles palette, although I would love to have it, I'm just saying. And I'm just kind of building it up a little bit, make sure it's nice and vibrant. And next we will go into our greens and put those right up against the yellow. And I'm just patting this on, and then I'm flipping the brush at the top to make sure I have the same round edge. And I am just blending them together a tiny bit as I go by just swiping over the edges. I want each color to be nice and vibrant. And I will go back and touch these up after. I'm just getting the colors placed right now. So I'm taking that blue we used the last time and putting that right next to the green, making sure it's right under my brow bone. And I'm going to wipe this brush off, and I only used actually no, I'm mixing these two purples together and putting those right in the outer corner next to the blue. So much more simple than the last rainbow eye, right? Making sure they're blended. And honestly, you guys, I've been recording for 4.5 minutes, so I know some of this will be cut out, but that's how long it took me to at least place all the eyeshadows down. And then we just have to touch it up a little bit. So what I did on this eye was I just used, that's my son, so I just used my finger and shaped out how I want this purple to be, and obviously I will clean it up. And then all I did on the top was I wiped off my brush and I just very lightly blended the edges. So light, I'm barely touching my skin. And then yeah, that's all I did for this look. So I'm going to finish up most of my face and come back to do the lower lash line. Alright guys, my under eyes are baking and I am back to do my lower lash line. I think for this one I'm going to continue the rainbow look on the lower lash line too. I'm going to grab a a small like flat liner brush, and first grab some of that purple and put that right on the outer edge. My husband is listening to an audiobook while he's working on things in our basement, and you can literally hear it through the floor. That's fun. Thanks, babe. Now I'm taking the blue and pushing that right next to the purple. And now the greens. Same exact colors I used on the top. Oh my god, his book is so loud. There's no way he can't hear that. Turn it down. Can't you see I'm turning myself into a rainbow here? Rude. This is the yellows. And now the oranges. Oh god, you guys, this cold, I swear, for the entire winter season, I'm just sick. That's just how it works. Orange is going right here. And then the last color is the red. And I think what I'm gonna do is take the brush I used for all the top colors and make sure it's clean and just do the same thing and run it along these edges to make sure they look nice and smooth. Okay, and that's the eye look finished. I'm gonna finish up my face and I will be back with the full look. This is my first 3-look 1 palette video, so if it's a hot mess, I apologize. Okay, you guys, this is our finished look number 2, and I love it. I love it so much. This one was obviously a lot easier to do than the last one, and it still looks really, really cool. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you in a second with my third wearable everyday look from this palette. All right, still apologizing that you can hear my husband's audiobook in the background because it's so freaking loud. But yeah, so I realized quickly that I have done so many looks with this palette that it was a little bit difficult for me to really come up with a wearable look that I haven't already done on my channel. But to me, this would be wearable because it's just pinky, purpley, like, I don't know, I would wear it. So that's kind of where I was headed with this one is, okay, I would wear this. It's way more wearable than like the rainbow look. So we're just gonna go with it. Yeah. And this one was really easy. All I used was 3 colors. I started with this one here. So I just started by dabbing this color right into my crease, starting off low, and then I will bring it up higher if I need to. And I'm just doing very, very small, like, brush strokes. I realized that that works better for the colors in these palettes than just dabbing them on. So that's kind of what I started to do with this one. And then I also took that same pink and put that into my outer corner. Okay, and then I used the same brush and dipped into the purple and put that right on my outer corner and drag it very low in my crease. I don't want to lose the pink color on the top. And then I'm kind of cleaning this brush off and I'm just going to use it to blend out the edges. Oh no, there's still some purple on it. Oh no. Blend out these edges a little bit. And then what I did was I took the light purple shade on my finger and just applied that to my lid. Then I just grabbed this fluffier brush into that light purple again to blend out the top of this pink a little bit more. This is something really quick and easy that you could do with this palette, and I've done this type of look with many, many colors in here. I've done a blue eye, a green eye, a purple eye, so I figured I had to try to throw some pink in there. I don't typically wear pink on my eyes just because, well, there's really no reason for it. I just usually don't. I do actually really like the way that this looked. It's still look. I like the way that it looks. And yeah, I will be back to do my lower lash line once I have most of my face completed. All right, guys, I'm basically done. I need mascara and I need to finish highlighting my eyes, which I wanted to do on camera because I didn't do the other ones, and I guess maybe you can count that as eyeshadow. So on the rest of my face, I used this Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive because, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna be really shiny. The only place I'm going today is my daughter's Girl Scout meeting later, so these moms are gonna be staring at me, but whatever. All right, so I'm going to pop this on my brow bone. And I'm gonna put this in my inner corner as well. This is the highlighter I've used in all of these looks. I will list the products that I used on my entire face in the description box, but every look I use the same exact face products, so there'll only be one list for all 3 looks. I'm putting this in my inner corner. All right, so let's hurry up and get this lower lash line done because my back hurts so bad, and I need to get out of this chair. I'm just gonna take this liner brush and use the dark purple and put that right up against my lash line, only about half the way in. And then I'm just going to take this little tiny brush and grab this light purple and smudge that all along my lower lash line. And that is all I'm gonna do for the lower lash line. So I will see you in about 1 second with a completed look. All right, guys, because of that first cut crease one, I have been recording for like 5 hours and I'm exhausted and my back hurts, and I'm very happy that this is done. I set this one down. This is my look for the day, and this is look number 3 completed for my 3 looks, 1 palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel while you're here, and I will see you next time.